In this video, we'll discuss about dihybrid cross. In one of my previous video, I discussed regarding monohybrid cross, in which Mendel took one character into consideration and he studied the inheritance of that particular character. Whereas in dihybrid cross, Mendel took two characters into consideration at a time and he studied the inheritance of that particular character in that experiment. Or in other words, dihybrid cross is a breeding experiment involving the individual that differs in two characters. So he took a parent plant that differs in two characters for the dihybrid cross. We'll discuss more about dihybrid cross by taking an example. You all know that Mendel did the breeding experiment on pea plant. So he did dihybrid cross experiment on pea plant itself by taking two characters into consideration, that is seed shape and the seed color. So these are the two characters that he selected for dihybrid cross experiment. And you know that each character has two contrasting form. For example, if you consider the character seed shape, this character has two contrasting form, that is round and wrinkled. So if you consider another character that is seed color, it also has two contrasting form, that is yellow and green. So Mendel for his experiment, he selected a pea plant having round and yellow seeds and he crossed it with another pea plant having wrinkled and green seeds. So these are the parent plant that he selected for a dihybrid cross, and round yellow, wrinkled green are the phenotype. So next is genotype. You all know that Mendel used English alphabet to denote the genotype. Here he used capital R and capital R to denote the round shape of the seed and capital Y to denote the yellow color of the seed. Similarly, small r to denote the wrinkled shape of the seed and small y to denote the green color of the seed. Why capital R or capital Y here? Because Mendel always chose true breeding varieties as a parent plant. So that is about the genotype of the plant. Next step is gamete produced. Since it is a dihybrid cross, in the gamete produced, it should have to have a factor which is responsible for both the character. That is, gamete should have a factor that is responsible for the seed shape as well as a seed color. So if you consider a parent plant, the factor which is responsible for the seed shape is capital R. So both factor is same. So it can produce gamete with the capital R factor itself. Next factor which is responsible for the seed color is capital Y. So both factor is same. So it can produce a gamete with the capital Y itself. So this plant can produce a gamete having the factor capital R, capital Y. So all gametes will have this factor, that is capital R, capital Y. Similarly, if you consider this parent, so the factor which is responsible for the seed shape is small r. So both factors are same. So all gamete will carry small r factor. Similarly, the factor which is responsible for the seed color is small y. So both factors are same. So all gamete will carry factor small y. So this plant can produce gamete carrying the factor small r, small y. So all gamete will carry small r, small y. So that is about the gamete produced by these two parent. So if you made a cross between these two, it will produce a dihybrid. That is capital R, capital Y, small y. So why it is called as dihybrid? Because two hybrids are produced here. So one hybrid for the seed shape and another hybrid for the character seed color. So that's why it is called as dihybrid. And because of this cross is known as dihybrid cross. Because in dihybrid cross, in the F1 generation, dihybrid plant is produced. And phenotypically, this dihybrid plant was round and yellow. So it produced round and yellow seeds similar to that of one of the parent. So that is according to law of dominance. That is, capital R dominate over small r. So capital R is responsible for the round shape of the seed. So it dominates over small r. So the shape of the seed is round. Similarly, capital Y dominate over small y. So capital Y is responsible for the yellow color of the seed. So it dominate over the green color. As a result, plant produce round and yellow seeds. Later, Mendel continued the experiment, that is, he did selfing of this F1 plant. So, next step is selfing of F1 dihybrid. So, capital R, capital Y, small y is crossed with capital R, capital Y, small y. Next step is gamete produced. Gamete produced by this dihybrid plant. Writing gamete is a very important step. So if you make mistake while writing the gamete itself, all further steps will go wrong and you will end up with getting wrong phenotypic and genotypic ratio. So it's a very important step. So like that of gamete produced by the parent plant, even the gamete produced by the F1 hybrid should have to have a two factor which is responsible for two character, that is factor responsible for seed shape as well as seed color. So if you consider the F1 hybrid plant, it has a factor which is responsible for the seed shape, that is capital R, small r, and factor which is responsible for the seed color, that is capital Y, small y. So, the capital R which is responsible for the seed shape has 50% of chance combining with the capital Y and equal chance, that is 50% of chance of combining with the small y. So, when capital R combines with the capital Y, it produces gamete, that is capital R, capital Y. So, when it combines with small y, it produces gamete, capital R, small y. Similarly, the small r which is responsible for shape of the seed has equal chance, that is 50% of chance of combining with the capital Y and equal chance of combining with the small y. So when it combines with the capital Y, it produces small r, capital Y, and when it combines with the small y, it produces small r, small y. So these are the four gamete produced by this F1 hybrid parent. Similarly, this parent also has a capacity to produce same kind of gamete, that is capital R, capital Y, capital R, small y, small r, capital Y, and small r, small y. So let us consider this as a male gamete and this as a female gamete. Now we will draw Punnett square to find out the possible result of this genetic cross. So Punnett square having 16 squares. On to the top we are representing the male gamete and on to the left side we are representing female gamete. So let us write the male gamete onto the top, that is capital R, capital Y, capital R, small y, small r, capital Y, small r, small y. Similarly, female gamete here, capital R, capital Y, capital R, small y, small r, capital Y, small r, small y. So these are the female gamete and these are the male gamete. We'll write the possible genotype of the F2 offspring. So capital R, capital R, capital Y, capital Y. In this box, capital R, capital R, capital Y, small y. Here, capital R, small r, capital Y, capital Y. Here, capital R, small r, capital Y, small y. Here, capital R, capital R, capital Y, small y. Capital R, small y, small y. Capital R, small r, capital Y, small y. Capital R, small r, small y, small y. So here capital R, small r, capital Y, capital Y. Here capital R, small r, capital Y, small y. Small r, capital Y, capital Y. Small r, capital Y, small y. Here capital R, small r, capital Y, small y. Capital R, small y, small y. Small r, capital Y, small y. Small r, small y, small y. So these are the genotype of F2 offspring. We'll write the phenotype. This is similar to that of parent, that is round yellow, round yellow. Here also round yellow, round yellow. Here again round yellow, round yellow, round yellow. Here again round but green. So small y is responsible for green. So green. Here round yellow. Again here round small y is for green. Here round yellow. Here smaller is for wrinkled. Wrinkled yellow. Again here wrinkled yellow. Here round small y is for green. So green. Again here wrinkled yellow. Here wrinkled green, same as that of parent. Wrinkled green. So these are the phenotype of F2 plant. So when you observe the phenotype of this F2 plant, you can see both the parental characters are reappeared. So parental character is round yellow and wrinkled green. So you can see round yellow plant as well as wrinkled green. So both the parental character is reappeared in the F2 generation. Apart from that, there are two non-parental character also, like round green and wrinkled yellow. So these are the non-parental character which is appeared in the F2 generation. So he counted the number of plant that he got in the F2 generation and he wrote the phenotypic ratio. So these character appear at the ratio of 9:3:3:1. So if you write a phenotypic ratio, that is round yellow is to round green is to wrinkled yellow is to wrinkled green. We'll count number of plants that produce round and yellow seeds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 round yellow is to round green. So 1, 2, 3. So 3 round green plant. Wrinkled yellow 1, 2, 3. So 3 wrinkled yellow is to 1 wrinkled green. Only one plant which produced wrinkled green. So the phenotypic ratio of F2 generation of dihybrid cross is 9:3:3:1. So in the F1 generation, only one of the parental character is reappeared, and in the F2 generation, both the parental character as well as two non-parental character appeared at the ratio of 9:3:3:1. Mendel did this dihybrid cross for other character also, and he got same result, that is 9:3:3:1 phenotypic ratio. So based on the result of this phenotypic ratio, he proposed a law, that is law of independent assortment. I will discuss that law in the next video. Thank you.